Well, you're witnessing a first here at Oklahoma Gardening. That is the very first apples produced at our orchard. We have a couple of trees that have apples this year, and I'd like to show them to you because we're really proud of them. This first tree variety is called Acane, and you can see the fruit has a red blush to it. Very attractive fruit, a little bit smaller, and we tried to thin them even a little bit earlier in the year. And the uniqueness about Acane is that they're an early producing apple. And we're filming the segment here at the end of July, and we're already harvesting apples. And if you look at them, they're very bright color, but when you cut into them, they're very crisp. And we've got some, I'd like to show you, with some damage from the birds. Like everything else, they know when they're ripe. And you can see the damage from the birds. And really the best way to compare the Acane apple is to the taste probably of like a Jonathan apple. But again, it's a very crisp apple, nice tasting apple, not real sweet like some, but still has a nice color in the center. Now if you'll notice in the tree, we've also hung up some of the bird scare devices, which are balloons. And the balloons are used to distract the birds, to make them think that it's some type of a big bird or something that would be attacking. And one thing that you have to do with the bird devices are move them on a regular basis. You can see we already have damage with the balloon hanging right in the tree. So again, we may not be moving them like we should, but it hasn't given us 100% control, although Alan seems to think it's helped a little bit. So we'll keep you posted on how that turns out. But again, this is Acane, and it's not one that too many people are really familiar with. It's not on our recommended list, but it's one we're experimenting with just to see how well it will turn out. Now the tree behind us, if you look at the comparison just in the tree, it's a smaller tree. It's the same age as the Acane, but the reason it's smaller is it's a spur type as well as a dwarfer interstock on this particular plant. It's a gold spur delicious, and it gets its name from where the fruit is produced on short little spurs, and that also makes the tree a little bit more compact. Now it looks like a regular gold delicious apple, and it also is a very late producing apple. This one probably won't even be ready until possibly sometime in September, even October, but we'll have to kind of watch and make sure there's no color changes. Now one thing that I want to point out, this particular variety is very susceptible to a problem called russeting, and that's just a rough brownish appearance that occurs on the outside of the fruit. It strictly affects the eye appeal of the fruit. When you peel it or cut into it, you don't see any damage on the inside. And that may be a common problem this year on a lot of apples across the state, especially yellow type apples, because it's caused by a problem from cooler temperatures and high moisture conditions such as rainfall, which we've had in the spring, and high humidity or dew. Not to mention, depending on how the trees are sprayed in any type of program, if it's an abrasive pesticide and it's sprayed with a harsh pressure spray, it can also cause that type of rusting problem, but again, it's really no concern. So we're very excited about our varieties. Again, we hope to continue with our spray program, pruning, and also fertilization program, hoping that next year we'll have even more fruit on these trees.